All right, live on YouTube now. All right, there's that. Edit video. Day 422. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the market. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the trading day. What's going on, Real Hunter? What's going on, Deep Below? What's going on, Champion? What's going on, Mateo? What's going on, Aloy? Hope you guys have been enjoying the market. Today was technically a $2,000 day, but I mean you can't really call it a $2,000 day because I was technically down. When I hold overnight positions like that, it kind of screws me up P&L wise. So it's actually probably down like probably 15 to 20K today. Let me go snipping tool here, and then go like this, and then go like that, and then go like this, and then go like that. Again, guys, hope you guys had a great trading day out there. Hope you guys have been trading well. As always, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would really, really appreciate that, guys. Helps the NorMacroTrading.com community out a ton. Would change documents here. As always, Vinny, what's up, man? Hopefully your options have been going well. What's going on, Mike, Ricardo? All right, 2.2K, nothing crazy. Even though it wasn't a green day today, but we're just gonna do what it says. Even though today was a small red day because we held overnight Neuro, and we held overnight about 11,000 shares on Neuro, and that is what it is. You know, I ended up paying the price on that one. So I am live. Going over today's trading day down probably 15K. All right, posted that there. There's that. Go like this, go like this. I guess I could do the original where's the trading floor where I used to post. I'm gonna post that one every now and again. So yeah, guys, just give me one moment to set everything up. What's going on, Steve Austin, Marcelo? What's going on? Good to have the OGs on. What's going on, Elrian? I'm just trying to get everything set up here. Hold on a moment here. Let me try and find it. Okay, cool. Edit video, day 422. Then we're going to go minus 15K. Then we're going to go today's stream, which was right here. All right, cool. I'm live going over the 18.5 there, right there. Cool. There's that. All right. Then I'll copy this and we'll go like this. Delete. Hopefully you guys had a good trading day out there. Hopefully you guys have been trading well. Did that work? Let's see. Trading floor. That didn't work. There we go. All right, guys. Hope you guys have been trading well out there. Hope you guys have been trading smart. Hope you guys have been studying and putting in the time to make sure you're making smart decisions. John, what's going on? Good to have you in the house. Can the man? Where am I? Right there. There's that. All right, we should be good to go there. Let me make sure I got my everything good to go here. What's going on, Steve? What's going on, Father? What's going on, G Blanco? Okay, cool. Let me just go live here and post this on social media quickly, and then we'll be ready to go, okay? Give me 1 second. There's that. Okay, there's that. And then I gotta go live here. All right, cool. Go take this picture here. Hope you guys had a good trading out there. Hope you guys have been trading well. What's going on? Where's my name's Bobby? J3, Andy. What's going on, guys? Good to have you guys on. I'm live going over today's trading day. Let's post this here. Post this here. And then we're gonna go like this. AMC. We had RNXT. We had a firm. What was the other runners today? BBIG. A GSAT. Alright, there's that. What's going on, Andy? Allen? What's going on, everyone? Let me make sure I go live on TikTok here. What's going on, David? What's going on, Adam? Thanks, Ricardo. I appreciate it. There you go. This guy goes, man, you look like a joke. Thank you. All right. Let me go live on TikTok now. All right, guys, what's going on? What's going on, Abazir? What's going on, Dan? All right, so thank you, Ricardo. Thanks, dear. Appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna go over today's trading day, pretty simply, but we're gonna give everybody about 20 to 30 more seconds to kind of trickle on in. I don't know why my camera looks dirty, so I'm gonna clean it off. Hope you guys had a great trading day out there. Hope you guys been trading well. What's going on, Bobby? Those of you guys on TikTok, what's up? Thanks for coming on. Thanks for joining in. Do you guys want my beautiful face? Do you guys want, usually you guys always say you want the, flip the camera here. Alright, you usually want the screen, so I'll do that. Cool. Alright, so you can see, guys, not a whole lot of trades today. I overnighted Neuro thinking we get a little bit of FOMO off of, we held up the whole entire day. It was just one of those huge whipsaw action, price action, whipsaw. And I just got caught up in it, and I had actually a big size down here, like 1650 range. And then, what's going on, Emily? What's going on, Big Loss? What's going on, Fire Ready? I got caught up in that. And I actually took a little bit after his position. I took about like 12,000 shares off at the $20 range, but I wasn't able to get everything off there. Unfortunately, I thought that I was going to be able to get off more, but I wasn't. And then I ended up stopping out some in here and then the rest in here. And then, of course, it reclaims. And I saw this huge recovery again. And I thought, you know what? This is showing so much strength. So I started to buy into the close a little bit with like an 1850 average at like 11,000 shares. Nothing insane. But I didn't want to have FOMO coming into, Monday if this thing goes to 22, 23, 25, 30. Yeah, I can touch a little bit on it. G Blanco, remind me a little bit later in the stream, okay? But, I didn't want to have any FOMO. And what I do there is, if I have a big size position and I get stopped out like I did multiple times on this one and ended up, basically I was up 250K on Friday and gave it all back on this name and then was able to, make at least like $70,000 back on the after hours price action. Up here, I was up as much as, I think, $200,000 and I took, 12,000 shares off and those shares alone paid out like 75 to 80K and then I still had another like, I think 25 to 30K shares. I really thought this was going to have a nice move after that recovery there. And, it kind of consolidated and then we kind of just failed out. But then we recovered and I thought, Monday, I don't want to have this thing gap up and not be in it after being big size here and in here, right? And so I ended up, taking some a little bit after hours towards the end of the close when I was going to the Mariners game. And, of course, we don't gap. We just gap down and I take the loss on it. And I lost about probably 45,000 on it or 40,000 on it. So overall, we still were profitable on the name. But it was frustrating because, you don't want to sit here and have FOMO on a name like that. And it is what it is, though. I ended up trading it all right. But, and so you can see here, $45,000 loser on that overnight. And then I ended up making about 20 grand on GSAT, which it gave multiple opportunities throughout the day. I ended up buying this dip right in here, and then it paid me out immediately, so I took it off for a $20,000 winner. And then A-Firm, I really thought we are going to get a push into the 102 and 103 range, but of course we didn't, and I didn't make anything on it really. I mean, I made $4,300 on it, but it could have been a $100,000 winner if we got to 102, 103. I had big size on it, and I thought, we get a little FOMO chase. The fact that we had held all this entire move pre-market, and then we had held it throughout the day, and not only was it going to fail there, but then it tried to fail again right here, and it didn't. And right in here is where I started to take a little bit of size. Whereas I was up as much as 40 to 50,000 on the name, but I wanted to start scaling just under 103, and we didn't get it, so I ended up breaking even on it basically. And we live to fight another day basically today. Nothing too crazy, not big losses, not big wins, just taking a trade one day at a time. I'm really trying to keep my equity right around here until something big hits. I don't want to make stupid trades and start eating into my buying power. I want to have a big chunk of buying power ready for September, October, November, December. Those months, guys, I am telling you, let's be prepared. I am studying my ass off for those months, guys. Those months are very strong months out of the year. A lot of people get back on their trading platforms. They get away from vacationing. And we start to see a lot of volatility and a lot of FOMO. And those months traditionally are really, really, really solid months. September, October, November, December, January, March, April. Those months tend to give us some solid runs, and I am prepared more than ever for those months upcoming. I have been studying more than you guys, you think that I just give up. I don't, this is my life. I love to push the human limits, and I know that I'm not the best trader in the world, and I'm probably not even close, but I try to make an inspiration and a motivation for you guys to show you guys what's possible. And, I started with $1,171 during this challenge, and I really wanted to, continue to push the envelope. I've done 3 account challenges, 1,000 to $1 million, 1,000 to 600 or 700,000, and then 1,000 now into about 18.5 million. And this third one was verified by an auditor from Business Insider that took about a month and a half, and man, it was a pain in the ass to get that done. But I got it done, and it is what it is. And now when I get to the 30 mil, they're going to go back through and verify that as well. We're going to do another probably article with them when I hit that 30 mil. But, I want to keep pushing the envelope. And I had a very, very poor April, May, and June, and July, basically. It's not like I haven't been profitable. Okay, I've been profitable, but it's been been poor. It's been, not where I should be. I should be getting better at doing hitting base hits, right? I should be better at, the way I trade in slow markets, and that's where I lack the most as a trader. Okay, it's not when things are volatile. It's when things are slowing down and I need to take a step back and realize, base hit after base hit after base hit will add up. And it's something that I struggle with, because when I see days that, GameStop makes a move from 100 up to 300 with huge liquidity, that one day can make your entire year. So I'm patient, I'm waiting. But in those slow months, I'm like, it's just kind of like a headache, being here and getting out for a 5% gain or whatever, and so, but I need to get better at making sure I do better during the slow times, okay? The slow times, or for me, maybe not for you, I know for Jordan, during the slower times, he excels, and that's the truth. And when things get crazy, a lot of traders start to fold, and for whatever reason, I excel in that. And I excel when things are volatile, I excel when there's a lot of FOMO, I excel when people are chasing stocks like crazy, up and down. When there's a lot of, FOMO and a lot of chase kind of market, that's when I can start taking advantage of what I call the dumb money, or the money that's not necessarily as educated as some of the other money flowing through the market every day, right? So it's important to realize your weaknesses and your strengths as a trader, and then continue to pry them and run them into the ground until you get better and better and better at it, right? So, up this year on the challenge account, we're up 13 million, and I started off the first 3 months out of the year up 12.4 or something like that. So you can just see, I've slowed down a ton. But the good news is I didn't give anything back. I'm still up a little bit. And that's the good news, because it takes 1 or 2 trades to make a huge gain, right? And I always ride that fine line of making sure, as a trader, I have a point where, I don't need to necessarily hit home runs every day. And I ride that fine line of understanding, is it more profitable if I just take home runs on the days that it gets really crazy? Or is it more profitable if I just start, scalping moves throughout every single day and making sure I pinpoint my scalps and trade around a core? And the reality is, I haven't found any trader who doesn't trade around a core who's very successful. And those traders are the ones that when you trade around a core, meaning, and let me explain what trading around a core is. It means you buy here, here, and here, and then you scale in pieces on the way up, but you still have your position here, and then you buy some more in here, you scale some more in here, and that allows you to make your percentage gains a little bit better, right? So a stock might be up 10%, but it's not like you can't make 20, 30% on the day if you start buying the dips, selling the rips, buying the dips, selling the rips, right? Because then you're taking advantages of each move that happens, you're being able to take advantage of that move, right? And you're not just stuck in the big picture where you're in here and out here. You're in here, you're out here, you're in here, you're out here, you're in here, you're out here, right? So percentage-wise, you can make more money than you really think. And I know a lot of people get in the mindset of, well, the stock's up 10%, I can only make 10% of the day. That's false. You can make, I'm not going to give you an exact number, but you can make more than that. If you start, let's look up A-firm, right? Oh, that's what we're looking at. So if we, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, you're going to make more on the day doing that than just buying here and selling here. Because not only, I hope that makes sense, because you took the percentage gain here, and you bought lower, you took it off here, you bought lower, and you took it off here, right? I hope that makes sense. But it's that fine line for me of understanding, making sure I take a trade and I trade around a core. And, G Blanco, you can go on my YouTube, Cam the Man, YouTube, Cam the Man. My YouTube is Cam the Man, my YouTube is Cam the Man. Those of you guys for new subscribers, make sure to subscribe. But, that alone can make you better percentage gains than just trading it in and out and being done on the day. And that's something that I work on as a trader. I'm not that good at it. I'm good at scaling into a position. I suck at scaling out into a position. And that's just the honest truth. And I'll always be honest and transparent with you guys. And I'm going to be honest, I work on it. I try. I study. I try and work around core better. And I learn from people around me. And it's just something that I struggle with. Now, can I sit here and say that I'm the best trader in the world? Hell, not even close. Can I sit here and say I'm an all-right trader? Yeah. But I plan to push things farther and farther and farther and farther. Right? There is I don't have a cap. I'm not just sitting here and like, okay, well, I'm good here, right? I'm comfortable here. No, I like to push things. Yeah, you only live one life. You might as well push your limits, right? Because what are you doing if you don't? You in my opinion, it's just like kind of like, you're just staying in that 9 to 5 where you're just comfortable. You're just all right, and that's fine. You can, if you've made it, even if you haven't made it and you're just comfortable with it, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that, that's the way my mind works. I just like to push. Because in my mind, I might as well. You only get one life. You only get one push towards something in your dreams and your goals. And, the biggest thing is, I try and motivate and inspire you guys. I try and show you guys what I've done on the day, right? And so, let me explain why I was longing a firm. So just for an example, because I go on these rants and I don't give you guys explanation very well. And I'll explain why I was looking at a firm. So I like that it gapped up big, which means, number one, with that much liquidity and that much volume and it gapped up about 40-50%, that's a high ADR stock, meaning it's probably going to be pretty whippy because it already showed that whatever the news was, I know what the news was, but whatever the news was, let's say, it's proven to make it whippy, right? It's gone up from 67 to 103, back down to 86, and then we opened at 97, right? And so, and it's holding today's gains all throughout the day as well. So it's showing strength, it's showing support, and it's showing that it can have a lot of range. And that range is what I like to see as a trader. So I trade range, and I try to take some dips and try to get a rip. We didn't get that ADR range on it, but there was potential there because it has shown that it's got range, right? And I like the fact that it held this dip. I like the fact that it tried to break down in here. It couldn't, and it perked back up. I like the fact that these wicks were getting bought up, and every time it just showed strength. And right in here, I started to take some entries, and I ended up with a 99.38 average, which isn't great. But it was a big size position on this name. It wasn't small. It was definitely a big size position on the name, and I took it off like right in here towards the end of the day because I wanted one more push, but it looked like a triple top. If you look right here on the 5-minute, you can see we had a triple top right there with a lower high. It's almost a wedge, Jordan's favorite. It's almost a wedge where you go like this, you go like this, you go like this, and then you can go a wedge, right? Or let's get the real color out here. So let's do red pen, right? So something like that, where you get like a wedge, higher lows, lower highs, and it's kind of wedging. GSAT. The reason why I like GSAT is because we're a little bit of a FOMO market. I also got news sent to me on this to a DM that someone that is in the room, Joss man, he explained it a little bit, and I read up on it a little, and I kind of like the news. Once I saw this perk, though, right in here, I was actually interested, right? I was trying to get a bigger dip. I saw this dip right here, but I was trying to get a bigger one, and we couldn't quite get it, so we got this rip here. And I was trying to find a dip, and finally we went from 227 all the way down to 218, and I started taking this dip right in here, and then it immediately started to pay me out up in here, and I took it off at like 230.45 for a $20,000 winner, because I got paid pretty immediately on that one. And then Neuro, right? Let's see here. Yeah, that's funny. And then Neuro on this one, like I said, I explained the overnight earlier, so I don't want to go too much into depth, but the fact is we had a lot of chase from SPRT, and I thought Neuro was going to get that kind of FOMO into the name because it wasn't going away. Whoops. And it kind of got chased up here. I stopped out on this here, right in here, and then it made a nice recovery in the close, and that recovery ended up taking a little bit of an overnight on, or a little bit of an overnight on, but then I took it off right in here. I took off 12 shares right in here, and then I took off the rest down in here and in here. because I thought that was going to be it. And, of course, it wasn't. It started to make a move back up. Took the overnight because we started to recover again, and I knew that there was chase from SPRT. So then I ended up taking, like I said, the overnight, and we kind of moved to 20. But then we came all the way back down to 14.45, and that was that. You know, I took it off because it looked so weak. And that was basically it on the day, guys. So if you guys haven't already, you know, make sure to check out, there's a trade. I think it's still alive. I'm not quite sure. But Trade Ideas is doing a test drive 25, which is 25% off. And then if you end up using that link and sending me the receipt, then I'll give you 35% off the course. Test drive 25. If that's not working, you can use CAM15 all caps, CAM15 all caps, which is 25% off using the link. It has to be a yearly sub when you sign up. 25% off has to be either the premium yearly or the standard yearly, and I'll get you the 35% off the course if you send the receipt. G Blanco, the all-in-one scanner, I don't know what you want me to say about it other than I use it every single day. It's one of the most important tools that I use in my trading repertoire. I probably take 60 to 80% of my trades from all the scans that we have at OurMacroTrading.com. It's my eyes and the ears to the market. I couldn't trade without it. You know what I mean? I wish that I could, but it's just one of those things where humans can't work that fast. They can't find volume that quick, and so the scanner that we've built here at OurMacroTrading.com catches it, and I have it on every day. I can show you right here what it looks like if you want, if that helps at all. This is what I have up every day. That's the all-in-one too as well, or the large caps as well. But I don't know. How does it sift the tickers? Well, we have scanner settings that we've built and back tested in certain criteria to have it spit out. So, yeah. So I mean that having a scanner is very important. I think as a repertoire into your trading career. I mean it's definitely something that can help you a lot. It's my eyes and the ears to the market. When it's off, it feels so weird. It feels like I can't even tell what the market's doing. I can just when the scanner's working, I can feel it breathing. Right, like if it's spitting out very quick, I know that we're kind of in a hotter market. If it's spitting out kind of slower, I know we're in a kind of a slower market. If we're in between. If I hear a lot of loud yelling, then I know that it's like pushing a stock down. Something's coming down really hard. If it's kind of quieter and it's repeating, I know something's going up, right? So, can you put it on? Yeah, you can put it on multiple. I think you can only put it on one PC at a time. I think Trade Ideas only works on one PC at a time. I think you can use it on an iPad too. I don't know if you can use it on your iPhone. I think you can, but you have to use the Internet Explorer or something like that. Jordan's Beach, hope to see another podcast with him. Yeah, we'll do. He wants to do, and we'll do another one with Ariel. But Jordan wants to do one at the end of the year, which is fine. We can do that. Eric Sand, end of year recap. Yeah, I mean the end of the year is coming in 4 months. Hopefully we have some good numbers to push out by the end of the year. Mac should work. Yeah, I don't think there's been any really problems with Mac. There used to be, but I don't think there is much anymore. You guys have any other questions, comments, concerns for me? What broker do you use? I use Trade Zero. Which stock you looking at? Just joined in. I was looking at A-Firm, Neuro, and GSAT. You only feel that way because you have money in the bank. What do you mean? Beautica, I'm kind of confused there. SoFi, yeah, I've looked at that. I'll talk around it. Seems like a herd kind of stock. I've heard the worst month ever. I just crashed both my cars this month. I am so sorry to hear that. First class. So sorry to hear that. Any other questions, guys? How do you accumulate a large position so quickly if you're buying 50,000 shares? Do you place an order for that amount? Limit market? Can you take 1 minute to explain? So let's go ahead. I mean, Neuro, basically, I was just kind of like trickling into some of the dips. I try to take some of the dips, on here. And all the dips I try and trickle in, 5,000, 10,000 shares at a time. So it's not like I'm buying everything all at once. I might every now and again, but I don't like to do that. I like to kind of buy it slowly so I can kind of get an idea of how it's reacting. But my sells are terrible. I generally just sell all at once, and I don't love to do that, but it's hard. And yeah, I mean, no, I generally trade with market orders. Any good buys tomorrow? I don't know. I don't have any watch list right now. Junior Solid? No. Do you have free trades on Trade Zero or Route? Yeah, I mean, Trade Zero is free trades, I believe. I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of commissions that you're paying, like the SEC or you know what I mean. But Which comprehensive guide anywhere? Yeah, I have a course. It's in the link in the bio. You can check it out. If you click my website and the link in my bio, and then you go to products, you'll see my course. It's about 20 hours of content. It took me over a year and a half to make. Got burned today on trade 0 wins, hoping to hold long term. 8% risk for leverage sold, save. 8% risk leverage. I don't like to see you leveraging. That's scary. Leveraging is not for the beginners, especially. Yeah, RNXT, I'm kind of frustrated and I missed out on this one. RNXT, you know, this was one that I was watching all day, and it was actually a good one. This was a solid wedge. And, you know, I was watching it, and it finally took off, and I was kind of frustrated, but you know, I'm not going to chase that. You know, I'm not even going to chase in here. I'm not going to get FOMO. The only time I would have chased was probably right in here, right? But, you know, not going to chase it. I'm not going to get FOMO. I just let it go. But I learned from it. I knew that it was 52-week high breakouts that it was breaking into here. You know, I knew that it was. I also knew we were in a little bit hotter of a market, and we're breaking into an IPO 52-week high, which can definitely create more FOMO than you really think is possible. G Blanco, you're so welcome. I'm glad that you have learned so much from the videos. I really appreciate that. You know, but I want honesty. You know, if you have any idea, any recommendation on how to make these videos better, just let me know. I got about 350 for the course right now. Mauricio, you don't have the course? I thought you did. Mauricio. Yeah, ADIL for sure, Jordan. What indicators are you following? Seems like only volume and one dotted line on the screen. What's the dotted line? The dotted line is VWAP. This dotted line is VWAP. That's one of the only indicators that I use. Oh, okay. I thought you were joking. I was just making sure. I was like, wait a minute. I thought you had it, but I didn't quite know. What do we got on TikTok? Any other questions? You're welcome. All right, guys. That's really it. Subscribe to the channel. Please like the channel to let you know. Subscribe. Please like. Oh my gosh. Subscribe to the channel. Click the icon later for making new videos. I will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers, team, and go Mariners.